Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Carrie. If you're new, welcome in. If you're not, welcome back. I'm going to start out by activating some spiritual gifts for you. Let's see what Spirit wants you to activate today. Star being healing codes are being sent to you. Important information, wounds are healed, and you are recharging. Let's see what else. And I have stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, and manifestation vortex coming through for you. So you are receiving a manifestation vortex, and you can manifest very quickly during this time. So I encourage you to focus on what you want to create versus what you do not. And you should be able to manifest really well right now. And I have Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. So you are discovering your Dharma, which is your life purpose. And I'm going to leave it at that for those cards. And I wanted to touch real quick on one point I wanted to make. And this is through my own self-discovery journey. Recently, when I was sitting in silence, meditating with Spirit, I was looking inward to see what I need to release and let go. And what came up for me was self-sabotage. It's something I've never even, well, I've thought of it in the past, but it was long, long ago that I actually thought of that. But we do have, self-sabotage. In our spirits, and we need to let that go from the inside and release it to Spirit for transmutation and healing. I always ask Jesus to transmute them by pouring his pure divine love all over it. And also, it's through acknowledgement and acceptance that we can transform them. And then I finally alchemize it into opportunities for growth and success, abundance, prosperity, victory, triumph, whatever you want to throw in there. And so we can fully transmute, transform, and alchemize those things as well. And then give me one quick second. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to set a timer real quick. Let's see what I got. All right, I forgot to set my timer. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, so yeah, that's one important shadow that we need to work on is the self-sabotage that we have going on within ourselves. And I wanted to also talk about, you are processing a lot of grief at this time. We all are. And I noticed it within myself. And as I've been sitting in silence the last few days, just processing and trying to let go of whatever no longer serves me. And we're grieving all the things, the people and the things that we're having to let go of, but also, we're grieving the past versions of ourselves that we're letting go of. And we're not only processing it for ourselves, but we're also doing it collectively, so it can seem extremely heavy. As empaths, like I was picking up so many emotions from the collective the last few days, and feeling things I'm not normally feeling, like anger for one. I have experienced some anger the last few days, and I typically do not get angry about anything. And the funny part is, I've been angry over everything, just feeling really edgy and frustrated with the process. And I'm asking Spirit, like, how am I supposed to manifest if I'm being asked to detach from everything and let go? And, when we let go, we're supposed to detach from all expected outcomes and, from our own expectations of how things are supposed to work out. And I'm thinking that's kind of opposite of manifesting, when you're supposed to be focusing on what you want to manifest, but yet you're emptying yourself out and you're letting go of everything. That makes it very difficult. It's a difficult process to go through, but we are doing a lot of purging and purification within ourselves as a collective and independently as well. And I'm going to get an intuitive reading on you guys, for you guys, on your energy, and with some oracle cards, and we'll see where else Spirit wants to take this. But I just wanted to share that with you, and let me know in the comments if you're going through the same processes, feeling a lot of heavy grief and kind of, I guess you would say, depression. When you look back on what you're releasing and what you have to let go of, especially if it's people and relationships, it can be, a grieving process. So treat yourself to something nice, whether it's, I like to call them sneaky snacks, a little treat, or because sweets are comforting to me. You could treat yourself to a nice warm bath, treat yourself to a massage, or just go out in nature, but do something meaningful for you and speak your truth. It is not a time to hold back your feelings. Spirit wants us to speak our truth, and that's, really a part of the learning process, is being able to speak our truth. And sometimes that can be uncomfortable when we feel like we're going to make someone else uncomfortable. But speak your truth, and Spirit is bringing you inspiration for new creative ideas. And Spirit wants you to tap into that inner creativity of yours and speak your truth, express your truth, whether it's through writing, through speaking. You could write music lyrics. I used to do that when I was young. Instead of poetry, I wrote a lot of lyrics. There's a lot of ways to express yourself, even through journaling, but do take time to, set your emotions free, get them out, do the processing, sit with yourself, discover, what is hurting you on the inside and what you're having a hard time of letting go of, and pray about it and ask the divine for help, in processing it, because we can't always do it alone, and we're never alone. We always have angels around us guiding us, and but we do have to ask, because they can't interfere. We have free will, so we have to ask, and we have to call on them for help. And I have heal your heart and your spirit. And this process of, processing all of the emotions is going to heal your heart and your spirit. And you have new growth coming in. So, like I said in one of the readings this week, is we are going through a pruning process, and we have to prune the trees back before new growth can happen, and before the trees are able to harvest. And so I wanted to just mention that, since that card came out. So we're kind of in the uncomfortable phase of pruning back the dead. And I'm going to get a little oracle message for you. And, it's an angel number. Sorry about that. I'm getting an angel number for you, and it is expansion, number 333. Trust in your abilities and embrace opportunities for growth and expansion. So trust in your abilities. Embrace new opportunities for growth and expansion. Angel number 333, you can look that up on Google and see the meaning. And it'll go deeper into detail on that angel number. And three is my favorite number, so I definitely love it when any combination of threes pop up. It's a good angel message. And I have another oracle, and it says the answer is already inside you. The universe simply echoes it. So the answer is already inside of you. And you hold all the wisdom of the universe within. So anything you need to know is already inside of you. And I'm going to get some more oracle cards. Please show me, Spirit. Okay, I got a couple here. And the first one says, intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. So take time to sit with your, your shadows, and whatever else that needs to be healed inside of you is going to arise when you take time to sit in stillness. And I have inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. And I'm going to get a few tarot cards. See what the tarot has to say today. So you may be feeling kind of down and gloomy and crappy, and I think that it's just processing, all of the grief and sorrow from the collective. And especially if you're an empath like me, you feel everything and everything around you and everyone. And I have the Page of Pentacles coming out. It's very ambitious, diligent, goal-oriented, loyal and faithful, and planning. And so that is the energy that you're in. And that's brand new beginnings in your finances too. So you may be starting a new project like me, and Spirit is just asking me to let go and let God. And it's very difficult, when you have income coming in on one thing, but you're starting something new and trying to trust in the process. So if you're there, I feel you. And please feel free to reach out to me in the comments if you have anything to say on that. I will offer you prayers during this time if you're in the same position, or whatever you want to comment about, really. But just know that I'm going through the same thing if you're also experiencing that. And I have, the Ten of Swords energy coming out. And this is what I've been feeling too lately. Defeat, failure, bitterness, betrayal, exhaustion, collapse, and giving up. That pretty much describes my dark night of the soul that I've been going through lately. So let me know if you too are experiencing that and kind of going through a dark night of the soul in that Ten of Swords energy. Just trying to process, your own healing and letting go of the past and those reminders coming up from those betrayals and things like that. It's like we're having one last look. I hope it's the last look back at the past and letting go of it. And then I have the Two of Wands, because you can't change what you don't acknowledge, right? So we have to acknowledge it in order for it to change. And I have the Two of Wands coming out. Planning, waiting, making a decision, and choosing a path. So I feel like we're on the same page here. The collective I'm speaking to, we're trying to choose a new path and walking with uncertainty into something new. And it can be very scary. And so I wish you all the best in that, whoever I'm talking to. If this isn't your reading, simply take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I hope that this reaches whoever it needs to reach. Thank you so much. And